This is the Voiceover Gurus podcast, real talk about the voiceover industry, with your hosts, Linda Bruno and JJ Wilson.
Make sure you're recording.
I'm recording and my microphone is on.
Yay! We've double checked, triple checked, quadrami checked.
Yeah, it's recording. One. Yes, one.
Welcome back. This is the Voiceover Gurus podcast. Hello.
Hello, Linda Bruno.
We have matching signs behind us. I'm very excited about this.
Yes,
Guru?
isn't
Yes.
cool?
My microphone's in the way, but you'll get an idea if you
So
see
is
us
mine,
on YouTube.
but at least it's on this time.
So
This
last night
lovely,
was
beautiful microphone.
cool. We did the masterclass off the air social and learned so much about students.
Yes, and half of them aren't allowed back. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, but it was a really cool thing. I mean, we just get together for like an hour. You know, some people bring a little cocktail, some people bring Coca-Cola, and we talk about anything but voiceover. We just talk about our own lives
And no politics either.
Oh God, no.
Oh, no.
And
no.
it's actually the second month doing it, and it seems to be
And porn. We don't talk about porn.
No porn. No
porn.
Mm-mm.
No.
But it's kind of nice.
And transmissions, we don't talk about them.
We talk about our life experiences and what brought us up to this point, or the other things we've done outside of voiceover.
Yes, it's kind of fun to learn what's behind the people who are the people that we see the front of.
Yeah. Behind the people.
Boy, I don't know how I came up with that. But
that's a good one.
I'm going to have to write that on my pillow.
That's a good one. So, of course, we're talking about the masterclass membership that we've been discussing over the last month, because we released it in September, and a great chance for you to just learn about things that are outside of performance for voiceover with a monthly class that we have pre-recorded. But the really cool part is you also get to join us for the off the air social and a Q&A once a month too.
Right.
So, and it's $50. So it's really, really affordable for everything that you're getting.
Yes.
But yeah, it's so far so good. We wanted to discuss today though, and I know we've talked about demos in the past, but I think there's some confusion as to how we approach the demo process.
Yes, we must make this clear. We must. I'm seeing again a lot of people, just more and more people every day are now teachers.
Yes.
Because they saw a commercial once 3 years ago, and now they're all of a sudden teachers. And, okay, in 2 weeks, you're going to learn everything there is to know about voiceovers and get a demo. You're going to be fantastic.
Right.
I'm sorry. It's just, if you walk in our door and you have, like you had the first time I met you, Linda, 30 some years ago.
Yeah, 30 years ago.
And you read a script, and it was obvious that you were born with musical ability, great listening ability, great reading ability, and acting ability. And the first time you read a script, Connie Zimmett and I both knew that you didn't need a whole lot at all, and you could just go.
Yeah.
But 99.84732% of the people are going to have to work at it some. There's some in the middle, there's some near the top.
Right.
There's some and I'm going to mention his name because I am so gosh darn proud of this guy, Dave Johnston.
Mm-hmm.
The first time he came to us and he read for me, I kind of went, oh, crap.
We have a lot of things to work on.
But that man worked harder than anybody I've ever seen.
Yes.
And booked his first job a couple of days ago.
Yes.
And got a nice check for it, and is just the nicest man.
Yes.
That was fun for me last night because I got to know more about the real Dave.
Yeah.
And he's not just a hard worker, but he's a truly, genuinely nice man. And
yes.
It's cool. But somebody like him, he worked his butt off for 6-8 months.
Now, here's the reality of it, though. I know that I have had natural ability towards it, but I still have to work my ass off.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
To succeed in the business. So it's not even a given if you already have some God-given talent that you're going to do anything with it. The rest of it all has to come into play.
Yes.
But our process is different because, and a student said to me this morning, she said, the way you guys work, it's more, it's comfortable, it's intimate, and it's friendly, and it's fun. And I said, it's more like a mentorship with us. So
Right.
for
That's
us
a good way
to,
to put it. Yeah.
for
Yeah.
us to, we came up with, because people are asking, what do you charge to make a demo? Da, 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 da. And we keep it open-ended on the number of sessions because we don't know how long it's going to take. And this has nothing to do with, trying to get money out of you, because it's the last thing it is. It's just, you cannot predict in a certain number of sessions a demo that we would be proud to put our name on.
Right.
And
when you do get to that point where you're ready to do the demo and everybody thinks you're ready, you should be able to do it in a couple of hours.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Get the reads down, 6 or 7 or 8 reads in a couple of hours. If it takes more than that, then I'm not sure that you're ready.
Right.
And that's
right.
what's going on in the voiceover industry so much now. Yes, I've got a demo and I worked for a week and a half on it. And I'm going,
right.
oh,
Wait, I think, everybody wants to see, I want you to tell me what's going to happen in 6 weeks. I want you to tell me what's going to happen in 6 months.
I don't know what's going to happen.
I don't know what's going to happen tonight. So how the heck am I going to predict?
Oh my God, I can't believe that just happened.
But I understand there are some people that want that organized thing. And we try to set up, right. We try to set up to a degree. Okay, you know what? Let's do 8 lessons and let's see where you're at. So one of our students had her monthly check-in because she's doing the 8-lesson package right now. And we spent an hour today talking with her about her progress, with all honesty of where she's at and what she needs to do moving forward. But we're not in the business. We're not in the business to make demos. We're not a demo factory. We're not. No, we come from real world experience and wanting you to find your true talent and be able to express it genuinely, authentically.
Yes.
Which is why the workouts are so cool.
You must be able to call me, and I don't know if I've told this story, but I've had a couple of people send me demos and they went to another company that charges an enormous amount of money.
Right.
And I said, oh, that's great. What'd you pay? I don't know, 5,000, whatever it was. And I said, send me your demo. So I listened to the demos and God, they were just fantastic. So what I did was I played a game. I sent him a copy. I said, I need this back in a half an hour, please. Debriefed, edited, and ready for me to produce. And the stuff I got back, I said, wait, who's that guy on the demo?
Right.
Because that wasn't you here, was it? And he goes, yeah. And then I said, it obviously took you too long to make the demo. I said, you had too many producers. And how long did it take? Well, we did it in like a week and a half.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you can't do that. You don't have a week and a half when you get into session.
Right.
They're paying studio time. They're paying you. The client is, you just don't have time for that. The game is get to where they want you to be as quickly as possible.
Right.
And I've said it before, in the first take that you do for the people online and they don't say a word, it's just quiet, you got them.
Mm-hmm.
And then they start saying things like, well.
Why don't you try it a different way?
Let's do one for backup. And I'm going, in case the lightning strikes or something, that's fine.
Yeah.
But, you've just got to be able to live up to it. And it takes time.
Right.
My father was a voiceover actor. I was raised in this business.
Right.
And I sucked bad at it when I first started.
Yeah.
I really did. My father was laughing at me.
Mm-hmm.
At my first time, he went, no, we need to go back and I'll help you this time. But even my mother was an actress, it's in my blood.
Right.
And it still took me years of Connie Zimmett yelling at me, calling me at the radio station and said, that spot you just did is awful.
Right.
Go take the card out and do it again.
Right.
And I would do that. And that's how I learned. It was like college, but it took 3 years.
Yeah, that's a long time.
And that's when I finally went freelance. And I've never gone back. But I think I waited long enough to get really good. I'm not boasting or anything, but I've never had to go back. Right. Knock on wood.
I just think in this era right now, everybody wants answers and they want to know how much work am I going to have to put in before I get a result? And it's just, that's not how this works.
No.
We're not formulaic. We're not going to give you this this step by step when it comes to creation of your demo, because it really is it's got to be organic.
At 3:15, we'll record the first spot for your demo. At
Yeah.
4:17, we will edit it. No.
The other thing I've heard people say to us, well, you guys don't charge enough, and I'm thinking, well, you're not looking at the whole process of what's happening, because we're not just going to make you a demo. If we say to you, okay, give us $2,000 to make you a demo, you're not going to be, who knows if you're going to be ready at that point. And all we'd be doing is taking your money and then just handing you something with your voice mix.
It's worthless.
Right. So would you feel better if somebody said, give me $2,000, you feel like you're going to get a quality demo? Or would you rather go the natural route that we do?
Right.
Because the chances are with all the lessons, you're going to pay. It's not cheap to work with us.
Exactly right. I was just going to say, by the time you get done doing it the correct way,
right,
you probably will have spent most of that.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And then, but in the end, we don't charge, half of what other people charge to actually do the demo.
To mix it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
To mix it.
Right.
But yes. It's expensive. It's not expensive, but it's expensive. It's like,
it's an investment.
If you want to go to nursing school, it's $30,000.
It's an investment.
It is.
In yourself.
Yes.
You're investing.
It requires practice and homework, and we can tell the people who do that, and that's what I love about the gurus, is that a lot of the people we get through to, and we seem to, Linda and I seem to find a cool timeline of how to get the people going and where they are and what they need. And we talk to each other a lot and go, well, I'm working on this demo, and what have you got? And what have I got? And I tell Linda we need something this way and a little more up. And it's a cool timeline. And we seem to be getting people from 0 to working in, sometimes a couple of months or sometimes almost a year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It just depends. But we just, if you trust us and know that we're not in this to take all of your money, like some of the places, because we're both working, we do this on our evenings off. But I love it. That was so awesome last night when Dave said he booked his first job. I got chills. I really did.
Yeah.
Because you know what? We did that.
And we were all celebrating for him.
We really were.
Yeah.
And I was so proud of him. And I told him that. And it's just, there is a process, just like you say. Depends on how hard you work. If you want to know how long it's going to take, if you spend 6 hours a day reading spots into your computer, or a night, if you work during the day, you can speed up the process a little bit.
I have a student. I have a student that physically comes here to the studio, and she has a full-time job as well. So she usually can only come every so often on a Friday when she can take off work, because she also lives in Queens. So she's got a drive out here and all that. So in the matter of time between what I've seen her the last time and then the time that she came last week was about a month. And she was great. And I said, somebody's been practicing. And she says, every day I'm reading aloud every day. And you could just hear it. And I was like, see, that's what happens. If you don't need to be with a coach 24/7, you need to do the work on your own that the coach gives you, the guidance the coach gives you. But what you do in your downtime and your alone time, it's private for you. Right. But, that's what helps you move along faster.
Let me check. Yeah. Thank goodness the door was shut.
Yeah.
Wow. And also just a tip for you, please don't pass gas in the studio.
Oh,
depending on how small your studio is. Like mine, it's deadly. So
oh God,
just a tip, a voiceover. Well, it's a true tip.
It's not one that I really was looking forward to sharing today.
Oh, okay.
No.
Well, I'm in a sharing mood, and that's no poopy.
So
that's what we're just trying to say, is that we love everybody. We love what we do. We know you want to hurry up. And
we know you're anxious.
I'm sorry to tell you this, folks, but it never goes away. Never goes away. You even after 30, 40 years, you do the audition and you sit there and you wait. You come on, make a decision. Well, we haven't decided yet. The client has. Oh, come on. And it doesn't go away.
Right.
You just have to learn to pace yourself and just let it come as it happens.
I know, but that requires patience, and that's a tough thing to have.
I don't have much of that.
Yeah. A lot of people have trouble with it,
I used to. Yeah.
I've kind of yeah, one thing I wanted to mention too, and the reason why we're talking about our process is so there's no confusion, is that some would say that we're not doing this in a profitable way. And that has to, what it really comes down to is that JJ and I truly have the interest, your best interest in mind. So we are not running our lives off of workouts and students. We are making money in voiceover. So we're not dependent on you rebooking a package or you buying the most expensive demo package. We truly are coming at it from the heart, and we want quality. We want quality, and that's more important to us over profit, honestly.
And I think part of that came from Connie Zimmett. She did it because she just absolutely loved to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was always fun. There was lots of laughs, and the woman was brilliant, and she never charged anybody very much money at all.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And she was working more than any of us.
She loved it.
Full-time schedule, but just loved those workouts. I mean, it was just I looked forward to them every week.
Yeah. We've got such a great group of people now that come regularly to the workouts, and now are part of the Voiceover Gurus community, which I just have to mention is private. If you have not coached with us, unfortunately, you can't join the community. So take a workout.
Come on and coach with us.
Take a workout. It's cheap, $60, and then you can be part of the community. But everybody now
script backwards.
What?
I'll teach you to read the script backwards.
But what's cool is that everybody has kind of become like a little family, very supportive of each other, and just.
I feel as though I have to get everybody Christmas presents now. That's how close we are.
Better start whittling, JJ.
Oh boy. Yeah. Okay.
That's some woodworking to do.
Oh boy. Oh dear. Oh, do you like coasters? Anyway, guess what?
So if you are thinking about that and thinking, oh, I think I want to do voiceover, what is the process, blah, 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 blah. Well, after you've taken enough lessons to the point where it's like, okay, you're getting to that point now where it seems like you're getting the hang of it. You're being able to comprehend the copy well. You're connecting where we're all like, wow, you're doing really, really well. Then that's where we have set up like a loosely structured demo package that's online. And that is the one that the student this morning opted to do. So it's 8 lessons, but it's open-ended. Like I mentioned before, so there's no guarantee that you're going to be ready. I hate to say that, but you need to choose. Do you want a quality demo or do you want speed? Right. It's your choice. But this is your calling card. This is your initial introduction to the world of VO. Right. And what you're going to put out there, what you're going to put on your website. Yep. Just think long and hard about it and try not to cut corners. I've never been one to take shortcuts. I just think I'd rather do the work, do it right.
Yes. And later on in your voiceover career, you'll find that there are other things we need to talk about, like, oh gee, I'm really doing well now. I'm not going to market myself at all. And then that evening you lose 3 accounts and go, oh, I should have been marketing myself that entire time.
I thought about that the other day because I'm like, I've been really busy, especially with this one client I have overseas. And I'm like, shoot, I need to market because I know the end will come. And then I'll be like, crap, why didn't I reach out to more people? Right?
It's all part of it. It's all part of it.
Mm-hmm.
But it truly is fun. As I said, we've been doing this a long time, and I still leave the studio during the day after I've done a funny audition or a fun session or worked with somebody, working with Mads. I love working with her because she's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And, she's starting to get, that's what I wanted to say about the demos and what we see as you progress. It's funny. There's a point, and it's almost like within 60 seconds, we know that you have made it across the bridge. And, like from last week to this week. Yeah. And you read something this week and it's like, okay.
Yes, you got it.
Right. If you can do that a couple more times this class, then it's time to move on.
Yeah.
That's how quickly it can happen. It can be just like, oh my God, last week was a nightmare, which usually happens before you make that turn.
Right.
And it gets really good.
Yeah.
That's what I love.
You have to suck for a while. Just get over that part. You got to suck for a while.
Yeah, you do. And we all, I certainly know that I did.
No, it's just it's process, and you've got to be okay with falling down.
Yeah.
But with anything in life that you want to do well at.
Exactly. Exactly.
Let's be honest. And we actually gave out 2 real names today. That's not a normal thing for us.
I know. But like you said, they're becoming family.
I know. But I don't think Dave's going to mind. Mads won't mind either. But
No.
Yeah.
They're both doing wonderfully.
yeah.
No,
No.
every one of our students is doing wonderfully.
Yeah. Yeah.
They really are, and we see the different progressions in each person.
And I
And
got
one
little
by one,
babies.
they come up and they. Should I list everybody or no? No. Okay, I won't. But it's really cool to watch the progression. That's all.
Yeah.
And to know that we were there to help them, and they help themselves.
Yeah.
People who really, really want to do it, and that's how you get ahead in this business, is having that motivation.
But it's continual.
It
You
is.
may do coaching, but then there's the groups that a lot of the networking that you do online with the other Facebook groups. People are always sharing information because you're constantly learning studio
Except
stuff.
for garagesale.com. I haven't met anybody in the voiceover world there yet, but I did buy a trash can the other day.
Garagesale.com.
Yeah, well, I was trying to network, but there was nobody there. It was terrible. Anyway.
Hey, that's probably a good URL. I must come up with something.
I want to do .com. .com. .com.
You can be the only one that has that.
That's good. Maybe somebody want to buy it for $5 million.
True.
But anyway, don't give up. Keep trying. It's fun. It's fun. When you get that big gig, it's like, wow, and you don't sleep the night before, even after this many years, and you get nervous, and then you play the game. You give them the first take, and then you listen very carefully, and you hone in on what all 9 people want on the phone. And it's really cool when you get there. It's really cool. Thanks. That was great. We know we gave you a lot of different opinions there in the beginning, and somehow you managed to please all 9 of us.
Yeah.
Well, in your case, 8, because the one guy didn't want you in the first place.
Well, I think that when you start to question,
Hope he isn't listening.
Yeah, something tells me he's not.
Okay.
When you start to question and you're like, why is this taking so long? Do I really want to put the money into it? Do I really want to you really need to reassess your goals.
I was just going to say that's the greatest moment in your career, is really, really give this some thought.
Yeah. And decide,
really
do you really want to do this? And is this something that you see yourself doing?
Right.
In a year, in 2 years, in 5 years? Is it something that excites you to that point where you will have no problem putting in, 12-hour days? It's just, you need to reassess your goals, because if you're starting to have hesitations about it, or then, to me, if something you're having to force it, it's not the right thing.
Go with your gut.
Yeah.
Go with your gut. And also support with your gut, which I do.
On the
very well.
diaphragm.
No. I don't wear one of them. Thanks.
But you need to know, because I know that when I was still building my client list, this was in the early 2000s, and I was still trying to build my business and still trying to make enough connections and book jobs where I could start to, make more money doing VO, because it was not supporting me at that point. I got a job offer in radio to move to Dallas, and it was with an ex-boss who had moved, and he was like my most favorite boss. He was fantastic. And he offered me a lot of money to go to Dallas to do middays. And I said, my heart is with voiceover. I know inside I may not be making the money right now. I may not be able to support myself with it. That's why I have to stay in radio in New York, but I can't give it up. I have to try.
Yep.
I didn't want regret. I didn't want to look back, which is why I moved to New York. I'm like, I don't want to be questioning my whole life why I didn't take a chance on something, because I was too fearful. Because but that inner knowing, you set that goal and that decision, and you stick with it. If it's truly what you want. If it's not, then fine.
And sometimes you guess wrong.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but then as long as you eventually find out and you
soon.
Yeah,
soon.
Right, sooner than later.
Yeah.
But without having that goal, if I didn't have that commitment, I certainly wouldn't be doing it now. I'd probably still be in radio somewhere.
Yeah.
Love
94. Otmar Liebert is coming up. Stay tuned.
And nothing wrong with being in radio. Unfortunately, with the industry changing, it kind of is a crapshoot right
It's
now.
going to be partly cloudy. It's 72 degrees. That's That's all you get to say anymore.
But I knew my heart was truly with VO when I was offered 6 figures to move to another place and have a guaranteed,
What's
paycheck.
that? I'm sorry.
I know.
Garen, what?
And again, in radio, it's never guaranteed either. But
No, it's not. But I mean,
at
even
the
so,
time,
this is worse.
I know. Well, we're freelancers when you do VO.
Yeah. God, wouldn't it be nice to have a steady job? I look at my wife and I go, can I come to your office and just sit with you? And
No,
she said you wouldn't fit in the corporate world. And I went, no, probably not.
I would go crazy. I'm happy that
So would
Matt
I.
has the normal job, just like Janine
Yes.
does,
Yes.
and it's 9 to 5 or whatever, Monday through Friday, and they get their paycheck and the money's coming in, and thank God the partner
And the
is like that.
insurance.
Yeah, exactly. I've got the
Yep.
insurance,
Yep.
but I could not, I would go crazy, with that.
Oh, God.
I would
wait,
rather
I have a meeting. I'm sorry. I don't go to meetings.
I would
You're
rather,
wasting my time when I could be working, but now I'm sitting here listening to you tell me what I was about to do.
well, there's the balance, because you have to say, do you handle the fear of not working because you're freelance and the uncertainty?
Oh, gosh, there's a little bit of that.
Which, yeah, I know, right? So
Wait,
I
I got
think
to take a Xanax.
when I start to, like, this morning, I was like, oh God, I just had to pay, I paid the rent, studio rent and stuff. I hope some more checks come in, and I start to feel that feeling of panic come in, and it's like, relax, you made the money, you're going to get the money. And then I start to shoot ahead and I go, what about next month? And what if I don't book another job for 2 weeks? You start to go through this psychosis.
Yep. Do you go through your accounts receivables from time to time just to see what's there?
Oh, every day.
Okay. Okay. Yeah,
every day.
Yeah, me too.
Every day I'm looking and seeing what's outstanding and what's coming. And then but at the same time, I'm thinking, am I continuing to make money?
One time I had a client that owed me a ton of money, and it came in through the bank, through QuickBooks.
Mhm.
And for some reason, it didn't deduct it. It didn't mark them as paid.
Oh, through
So
QuickBooks.
about a month later, I'm telling Janine, I said, well, we're owed a lot of money. And she goes, well, let me just check. And by the time she got done, more than half of it was gone.
Oh, no.
And I went, we're not owed a lot of money.
I know.
God, I hate that. And then something, comes, whatever.
But you balance that, you make that decision and you say,
Right.
which way am I more uncomfortable? Am I more uncomfortable working for someone else who determines how much I make each day? Or
Right.
am I more uncomfortable with uncertainty? So to me, if
But
you're
the
a
possibility
freelancer,
of making an enormous amount of money in
exactly.
one day.
That's exactly what I was going to
Yes.
say. It's
Yes.
like you choose your ceiling of income. You
Yeah.
choose, because it's really just how hard you want to work.
I just go with popcorn myself.
Oh,
Popcorn
that's so
ceiling.
old fashioned.
Oh, I know. I hate it.
Yeah.
It's hard to get off too.
It's like
Maybe next time we'll talk about how to remove a popcorn ceiling.
1970s motel.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
With that smell.
Oh, like the one in Virginia. Ugh. Hey, this is my girlfriend. No.
She's not, or your daughter.
Okay. Oh, no, you don't. But, and when it does get slow, I do my Friday night pole dancing down the street. I don't do it very well, mind you, because I can't climb the pole. So I just kind of lean on it and,
Smile at people.
yeah, hi, how are you? Give me $1. All right. But that's about it. I wanted to get real about the demos. That's all.
I wanted to be
It's
clear,
hard.
clarify.
It's hard. It's hard
Yeah.
on this. This
Oh,
is
yeah.
a hard business on this and this.
Yeah. He's pointing to his head and his heart if you're not watching the video.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It really is, but it's awful lot of fun. And if people like us can still be enjoying the crap out of it after as many years as we've been in it, then we made the right decision back then to go, you know what? I'm going to take the chance.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the chance. And Mom, can I borrow $19,000? I haven't paid the bills in 6 months. But that didn't work, because when my father died, you know what he left me?
What?
Now, this is a man who made a lot of money. I mean, a lot of money. He left me my mother.
And that was
That was it. Yeah. Yeah. And she had a very small pension. Yeah. Thanks, Dad.
well, all of
Anyway.
this is subjective. It's what you want to do with your voiceover
Exactly.
career. Either you want to
Just
have
don't
one or you
rush it.
don't.
Relax.
Try to relax.
Take
Try
a
to
deep
relax.
breath. Take deep
Yeah.
breath. Inhale, exhale.
Take deep breath.
Do not
Realize
spit.
realize that it will come in time. Yes.
Yes.
And with enough hard
Yes.
work, you can do anything you want.
That's right. That's right. Well,
So
almost.
I think I like your idea. You remember how you said that maybe we should have at some point one of our students come on the podcast with us, talk about their journey thus far?
Yes, I think
I
that's
like
an
that.
incredible idea.
All
Yes.
right, we're going to talk privately about that and see
Okay.
who
All
would
right, so
be
let's
game.
go. Nobody is listening right now. Everybody go away for a minute. Linda and I are going to talk.
Shut your ears.
What do you think we should?
Now this is us during the mock audition after we listen to
Right. Oh, did you tell them the nice folks about the mock audition last week?
No.
We had 6 people, and on the second go around with the copy, every one of them read it so well that we couldn't decide.
No, they all got T-shirts.
It was a 6-way first place tie.
Yeah, they all
And
got.
they all got T-shirts
they
and a
just
gummy
have-
bear.
We were doing a little promotion there that whoever's going to win the audition, the mock audition, would get a free Voiceover Gurus T-shirt. But the last one, we could not decide.
No, each and every person read it completely differently, and every single one of them was great.
They were completely bookable. All of them.
It just depends. I said, just to finish this up, that in a case like this where this happens, and it does, they probably send it upstairs to the director and let him, try and pick one. And if he can't, then it goes to the client. And we couldn't. Or
sometimes they run a second casting with the same people and say, give me a different read, which is why it's good to be able to do that too.
Right.
Because they'll say the client can't decide. You're in the short list of people.
Right. I'm 5'8".
Short list of people, yes. But it was really cool because they all did amazingly. And another thing that we talked about too was that all of those people could hear each other and realize that's my competition.
Yes.
And that's who I'm going up against.
We had a new fella.
Very eye-opening.
Charles the V, we'll call him. And he was just absolutely wonderful. And I thought, well, he's been around and he looks like, he really knows what he's doing. But even he said it was really a great experience to see everybody else do the same thing.
Yeah.
And all the different talent there is, even though the reads are completely different.
Right.
So
yeah.
There is my competition. And I went, yeah, they're going to be out there in a minute. So
yeah. It's true. It's true. Yeah. So that's another reason why you want to join us for the workouts. You get to scope out the competition.
Right.
And you know what? It forces
we
you
give
to
out
up
their
your
addresses too, which is really cool.
It forces you to up your game, and that's what you want. You want a challenge, right?
Yep, and their fax numbers.
Fax numbers.
Yeah, send them 500 faxes.
All right. Well, it's 2021, and I don't think that's going to be happening.
You kicked one of our students out of the classes forever because of her audition the other night.
And she showed up last night.
Right.
No, we love her.
She did it so well. She won the audition. Then Linda said to me, I don't like her anymore. I don't want her back in the class.
I know, because it was so good. I was like, oh my gosh, she would have been direct competition to me. But of course, we're kidding.
Of course, we're kidding. But we went back into the chat room with everybody, and and I told on Linda. I said, Liz, guess what?
That's what you said last night.
But your career's over.
I'm not allowed here. But that's a good thing. That's what we want to be able to tell you.
It's absolutely a good thing. Absolutely a good
thing.
Well,
excellent. Thank you for
joining us again.
Yes, another episode.
Yes, another episode.
Are you gonna let me speak?
Don't copy me.
Oh gosh, if I could give you a smack, I would.
And I'd love it. Oh, sorry.
That does it for another episode of the Voiceover Gurus podcast.
I thought this was one of our better episodes.
You think?
Yeah.
This is episode 80.
No.
Yeah.
God, it only seems like 78 or
I know, 77. No, it's episode 80.
Wow. And 4 people have downloaded these.
So I hope all 4 enjoyed this one.
No. 40,000 we're approaching, aren't we?
We're at 33,000 right now.
33,000 people have downloaded this.
Well, it's been downloaded 33,000 times.
Well, that's because I did 23,000 of them Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I just kept downloading it and downloading it and downloading it.
Well, a couple things just to quickly promote. We are still doing our online voiceover workouts. We have 3 dates for November, the first 3 Wednesdays of the month. And I think we're already looking ahead to December, so we can post those soon too. But, head over to our website, voiceover.guru, because if you're just looking to start out, we would really, and you do want to get coaching with us, but you know nothing, we would really prefer that you do the online course first, which does include lessons. So that way, you know what we're talking about, and we know that you know what we're talking about when we coach you.
What are you
So-
talking about?
And JJ doesn't know, but I would like for you to know. So just head there and then you can join us for the masterclass membership.
Okay, I will.
Lots
and
of
then JJ
exciting
has to remember
things.
to show up.
Yes, please. That's a whole other topic. Thank you, JJ.
I'm sorry.
Thank you, JJ. Everybody
Thank you,
have a
Linda.
good day.
Bye. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye. Okay, did you record?
Thanks for listening to the Voiceover Gurus podcast. Real talk about the voiceover industry. Learn more about us and get coaching at voiceover.guru.